our country's most patriotic songs and says, "God bless America." So why was one elementary school forced to stop saying it after the Pledge of Allegiance?
Saybold Elementary School in Springfield, Pennsylvania got a letter from the Freedom from Religious Foundation, which stated in part, "God bless America is a prayer. A prayer hosted by a publicly supported school does not pass constitutional muster." But our next guest says people should ignore any suggestion to ban God bless America.
Deputy General Counsel at First Liberty, Jeremy Dys, joins us now. Jeremy, thanks for being with us.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Good morning. Is it unconstitutional? Has a court ever said that this violates the Constitution?
Well, of course not. Nor have they said things like "in God we trust" or even the phrase "under God" in the Pledge of Allegiance are unconstitutional. These are perfectly acceptable phrases and things that we've used throughout our country's history to describe our great feelings of gratitude for living in a land of the free and the home of the brave. It's a way that we have prepared ourselves before battle and reminded ourselves after great tragedy. And so it's a great part of our history. And frankly, if the members of Congress can stand on the United States Capitol and belt out the tune, certainly elementary students can say it over the loudspeaker after the announcement time.
But Jeremy, you know how it works. Different entities wind up with a letter from this organization, and they're afraid there's going to be a protracted legal fight. It's going to cost them a lot of money. So rather than fight, they just say, you know what, we don't need that.
Yeah, that's really regrettable that that kind of thing happens. And I would really encourage those folks to go to firstliberty.org before they even begin to consider responding to such letters, because we'd love to help them think that through. Look, when we bow to those kind of demands, that kind of bullying tactic that we get rid of these phrases that have been so long a part of our nation's history, we begin to undermine the very freedoms that have made this country grand and have led to people like Irving Berlin to even put that song together and make those words put together here as well. There's no reason for us to get rid of these phrases. In fact, I would encourage folks to continue to use not only "God bless America," but "in God we trust," remind ourselves of how great the words "under God" are in the Pledge of Allegiance. Go to firstliberty.org right now. We've got a special gift for you to remind your neighbors and your friends about how important phrases like "in God we trust" and "God bless America" are to our country.
Well, you know, as a Christian, my faith is extremely important to me. When I think about taking God out of America, it really saddens me because I feel like we need him. When you have shootings in synagogues and shootings, you know, in churches, and you have to get wanded before you walk into a congregation or into a church now. Where have we come as a country? What's going to happen if we continue to push this narrative to take God out of everything?
Well, I fear for our country if we were to get rid of these things entirely. And when we've got groups like the one you mentioned earlier that are intent on getting rid of any kind of public utterance of religion in public, that's a danger to our society here. Look, let me give you the clear and very technical legal analysis. If you get a letter from this organization that says you need to get rid of the words "God bless America," or if they try to intimidate you to think that sixth graders' use of the phrase "God bless America" over the intercom during the announcement times right after they said the words "under God" in the Pledge of Allegiance, and that's somehow unconstitutional, ignore it. It's not worth the paper that is written on. And for that matter, I'm wondering if they're so upset about the phrase "God bless America," is the school district there in Pennsylvania that is frankly not too far away from where those flights went down on 9/11, are they then going to get rid of like the dollar bills that have "in God we trust" on them? Are they going to start punishing teachers for saying "God bless you" to students that sneeze in the hallway? This is absurd. And it should be treated as absurd. When people say that the grass is pink, it's not based on any kind of reality. Just like when they say "God bless America" is unconstitutional, there is no reality that supports that.
Jeremy, excellent question. Are you going to reach out to the school?
Well, I'm doing that right now at the very least. In any other school district around the country that has these kinds of letters, make sure we know about it so we can help you all out before you respond.
All right. Jeremy Dys from First Liberty, we thank you very much.